This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
Be advised that the views and opinions of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
Welcome to Open House with Gerry Cornejo, where we feature people, places, and things that are in the news or who should be in the news. And this time we're going to be talking about something, well, new, but not so new. And this is about e-commerce. You know, a lot of people I've talked to, even I myself, have what at one time or another, on a regular basis, we bought something, you know, from the internet, di ba? We've shopped in the internet, whether it's for gadgets, for clothes, and for bookings in hotels, for classified ads. So that's what e-commerce is all about. It gives people the opportunity to sell products and services online. And the minute you are online, you have a potential customer of 1 billion people who are online all over the world. Dito lang sa Pilipinas, I think we have 40 to 50 million at least. And, you know, in the convenience of your own home, all you really have to have is a laptop, and you'll be able to sell whatever product or service that you'd like to offer to the public, and we'll walk you through the whole thing. Meantime, let's show some of the products that you can sell online, or our guest now has been selling online through some of her clients, just some of her clients. Can we show the pictures? Ayan, so we have, I guess this would be beauty products. Let's go ahead. We'll have shoes, right? Help me through this, Sandra. Ayan, meron mga... Sharon. Mga relos, ha?
Yes.
What's this, Sharon?
Candy.
Candies. Okay. Ito mga...
Eco bags.
Eco bags. Mga
Radio,
electronic equipment.
Yeah, electronic equipment.
So bags.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfume. We have a lot of perfume in the site.
Pwedeng sarili nyong gawa or pwedeng i-import nyo, di ba? As long as you're in the... Okay, t-shirts. Let's just go through it quickly.
Gadgets, mobile phone, dresses. There's a juicer over there.
Mm-hmm.
Beauty products, bicycle, more phones.
Food.
Handicraft items. These are pickled items. Bike, accessories. There's actually a lot. Toys.
And ito naman, I mean, if you're, I guess you're selling a house or a vacation place.
Yes, you can post the item on classified ads, cars, trucks, what have you.
And we're back. All right, so I'd like to introduce our guest to us. She's, well, a new expert, but expert nonetheless on e-commerce. And she's none other than Ms. Sharon Fong, the COO of Benta Corporation. Welcome, Sharon.
Hi, good afternoon, Gerry. Good afternoon to everybody watching the show.
Well, actually, you know, we are airing on different time slots. So, pwede tayong good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We will be airing on different time slots. And by the way, this program airs nationwide and in 7 Asian countries. And so, welcome to the program. So, you've seen the products that you can sell. And it's not limited to that, di ba?
Yes.
Ayan, okay, it all started, tell us again about how it all started. You showed me a presentation before.
Yes.
Okay, you and your husband,
Yes.
go ahead.
Okay. I was not really an e-commerce person. I was never really into technology. So before, my life was all about corporate. I've joined several companies as an executive. And then at one point, things got very busy approaching Christmas. So I told my husband, let's go to Divisoria. And, you know, he put this face like, oh, I don't really want to go there because of the traffic, because at one point we went there and instead of saving money, we spent more because our car was bumped by another car. So we ended up spending more. But then, and so I said, but there's really items that I like to buy from Divisoria. I like to go. And then a thought came to our mind. Why are the stores in Divisoria only in Divisoria? Why can't they sell their products online, which can be very convenient for a lot of customers? So that's how it all started. So we said, hey, why don't we put up a business that will allow these stores to sell their products online?
Okay. And now, how long ago was that? Just last year or 2 years ago?
The bubble thought or the inspiration.
The bubble thought and the inspiration before the execution.
Happened December of 2014.
Okay.
I was still working, and then we got some people together, formed the company March of 2015.
Okay. Pero by now, I mean, I think everybody in this room, including you and I, we've somehow bought something online, whether it's a product or a service. Like I myself personally, I mean, I think I started off using the online classifieds.
Correct.
And I was able to buy and sell, personal stuff. Like I was able to sell at least 3 of our cars online. And when we shop for other things, like we're going to go on vacation, online na rin. Ngayon, it's cheaper, by the way. It's cheaper and more convenient to go online to book your flights, whether it's local, whether it's international. And if you want to buy, kasi kung minsan, nasa Makati ka, hindi ba, the person selling is in Fairview, or
Correct.
baliktad, yung isa nasa Bulacan, yung item nasa Cavite.
Yes.
Di ba? So you're gonna have a hard time. Eto, pag online, you actually see the thing, you're able to talk to the person, you'll see pictures, so it's a lot more convenient.
Yeah,
no?
it's so easy. We can recall the time when we'd buy plane tickets, go to the agency or
Yes.
an office that's very far away to buy the tickets. Now everything can happen on the internet. It's very easy, and you just print the ticket
Right.
which you present at the airport.
And it's cheaper.
Yes.
And it's cheaper. And by the way, don't worry, because yung mga iba, hindi naman lahat kailangan may credit card kasi marami mga bumibili, especially the smaller items.
Yes.
You really don't, like you're buying shoes, you're buying a shirt, hindi naman kailangan laging credit card. In your company, which we'll be talking about later, what are the modes of payment? How can they pay for a
There are
product or a
several.
service?
As you mentioned, one is credit card, there's cash.
Okay.
And there's also, you can pay via payment centers.
Okay.
Like Louis 7-Eleven, or you
Right.
can pay via bank, or you can use your BankNet account.
Okay.
So there's really a lot of options to
Okay.
choose from.
So, kahit wala kayong credit card, okay lang. Meron din yata mga debit cards, di ba? Mga bank
yes, you
debit
can
cards.
use that, yung BankNet.
Right. So, you don't have to have, kasi mga iba, worry nga nila. But of course, if you have a credit card, yan ang pinaka-convenient, no? And of course, kung sigurista ka, pwede rin COD. Di ba?
Yes.
Pwede rin cash on delivery. Now, what are the most sellable, or what are the most popular goods, products, services in Big Benta, which you run? We'll talk about Big Benta later.
Okay. The most popular products or in-demand products are apparel.
Okay.
So a lot of people go to sites for fashion items, especially the women.
Okay.
Because they get it cheaper. And of course, the pictures look nice, so they're really encouraged to buy. And then the next to that are the gadgets.
Okay.
So you
Mga
can
cell
talk about
phones.
cell phone, even PC.
Okay. All right.
And then next to that would be hobbies. So if they play an instrument and they like to look for something, radio, speakers, whatever, from the site, then they can buy it there.
Okay. So ang point dito, because a lot of people, they have day jobs, and then, but they have a talent or a skill, di ba? Or they can bake, they can cook, they can stitch, or they have a hobby, di ba? So you can have a day job at the same time and make money. All you have to do, kahit nasa trabaho ka, pag may
Yes.
break kayo, tingnan mo yung smartphone mo, or look at your laptop, and you will be able to see if there are orders coming in, So, and then eventually, there's nothing like owning your own business, having your own business. So when you have your own business, then you can actually have more quality time with your family.
Yes.
You can have more quality time for yourself. You can go on vacation, and at the same time, yung mga products and services mo, you're still earning, hindi ba? So
Yes.
again, I'm saying something that I'm guessing, but this is your business. So what are the advantages of having of selling online? Like for instance, I have a product or service now, and I go online. Ano mga advantages?
Going online, actually, Gerry, as you mentioned, is very easy. You don't need to have a registered business. As a matter of fact, there are three forms. So you can be a sole proprietorship. You can have a business, established business like a corporation, or you can be an individual seller, meaning you're just a person at home, whether you're a student or doing something else, as you mentioned, having a day job, and you can set up a site online to sell. So getting online is very easy. You must just want it.
At saka it's a virtual store.
Yes.
It's a virtual store. Kasi a lot of people, okay, they have products to sell, they have services to sell, but prior to online shopping or online business or e-commerce, you have to have a physical space. You have to
Yes.
rent a space. Yung tinatawag nilang puesto. You have to rent. You have to keep up the. You have to have a staff.
You need
to
staff,
be there.
pay for utilities,
Utilities,
a lot of things.
Right.
With online, so long as you can show a picture of your products,
Right.
upload it on the site. At least, of course, you have to publish the price and come up with a description that
Right.
can encourage shoppers to buy your item. That's about it. And then once in a while, you just check the computer if you still have enough inventory.
Right.
And if there is a notification from the e-commerce site like Big Benta that there is an
Right.
order, so you need to process that, meaning you need to prepare the item, pack it, so the
Right.
courier can pick it up from you at the designated time.
Right.
And then when the item is sold, all you need to do is wait na lang for the money to come in your bank, because we deposit
Right.
payments in your bank of choice.
So, yun, I mean, by now, I'm sure there are people out there listening, watching, who are thinking, boy, I can sell these things that I'm interested in. Kasi mga iba, gustong-gusto nila yung mga gadgets,
Yes.
So, or yung mga iba, apparel, they either make their own or they import, right? Beauty products, all sorts of things that you can, anything that you want to sell, legitimate products, huh?
Yeah, legitimate.
Any legitimate products, hindi naman, of course, not contraband, no? Any legitimate product or service that you want to sell, now, hindi nyo mga kailangan ng tindahan. You don't need a physical space, you don't need a store, you don't need an office. All you have to do is get in touch with, what do you call your outfit, an online, ano tawag ba sa Big Benta? I mean, what is,
Big Benta, by definition, the company is an internet software company.
okay,
But the Big Benta site, we call it a marketplace. It's a
Ayun.
marketplace because it has three components. One, as you mentioned, is a classified ad section where you can post items for free. You don't have to spend for anything. And then the second component is the online stores. If you have products to sell, you can post it, set up an inventory. We've partnered with a courier and a payment gateway, so you don't really have to worry about anything else. And then the third component is services. So if you are a person or a company that does not sell products but services, for example, you have a talent in math, so you can do tutoring, or you know somebody who is a freelance painter,
Right.
then they can actually post or promote their services on
Right.
the site as well. So this
Okay.
marketplace is a one-stop shop. It's very complete.
right. Kaya nga e-commerce, no? So it's like what Big Benta is and yung mga ibang other sites. I'm sure you're more familiar with places like Amazon, di ba mga ganon yun?
Alibaba from
Alibaba.
China.
Yun, I mean, hey, these are multi-billion-dollar enterprises. They operate para silang isang malaking super mall, and all the
Yes.
products are there. Now, how to
Yes.
get into it? When we come back, we're going to be taking you step by step, and we're going to hold your hand and walk you through. I'm Gerry Cornejo. With us, we have the COO of Big Benta Corporation, Ms. Sharon Fong. And we'll be back with the topic of e-commerce right after this. Stay tuned. Welcome to Open House with Gerry Cornejo, where we feature people, places, and things that are in the news or who should be in the news. And the topic for now for this program is e-commerce. And by the way, this program airs nationwide and in 7 Asian countries via cable and satellite TV. On cable, we're on Channel 8 on Destiny Cable. We're on Channel 213 on Sky, and on GSAT, we're on Channel 1. And just look for GNN, Global News Network. And we're talking about e-commerce, and here is a local outfit, one of the few local outfits that serve as a marketing conduit for e-commerce. We just have a few pictures. Pakiroll. This is all about Big Benta Corporation. Can we roll the pictures, please? Okay, so this is your booth. Ano ba ito?
We attended in expo that was in Mega Mall mid-year. It was
Okay.
well attended.
Okay, and this is one of your clients.
Yes, so
Anong
this
product
client
niya?
sells baking supplies.
Okay,
And
this
this
is your...
is the group of Big Benta composing of the sales team, technology. This is me speaking to a livelihood, in a livelihood seminar, talking
Right.
to the participants of the program. And this is one of our tech people assisting somebody who wants to register as a service
Oh,
provider.
you were the
This
mayor
is
of
during a
Parañaque.
job fair of Parañaque with Mayor Edwin Olivares. They're very, very supportive. We'd like to thank them.
And this is?
This is the grad picture of the livelihood program
Okay.
in BF Homes, Parañaque.
Okay, back to us. Okay, now, by the way, one component I forgot to say is this. Mga LGU, mga barangay captain, mga mayors,
Yes.
you know, you can avail of the services of Big Benta because for sure, di ba, pwede kayong magkaroon ng livelihood sa mga barangay.
Correct.
Now, whatever it is you're doing there, how do you sell it? Di ba? I mean, you have to expand your market. Hindi pwede yung sa barangay nyo lang. Pwede rin ganon, but hey, the idea here is to have the biggest market as possible. And the best way, the quickest way to do it, the most economical way is to engage in e-commerce, which means selling things online. Okay, since we talked about livelihood,
Yes.
talk to us about the livelihood efforts of a Big Benta Corporation.
Yes.
What do you do? Like for instance, for the city of Parañaque, anong ginawa nyo?
Okay. This is very interesting. Initially, when we were talking to Barangay BF officials, they were not very open to the idea. They didn't understand what
What
it was
did you
all
offer them?
about. We said, I was talking to Paulo Marquez, one of the counselors, and I was telling him, you know, you're very good. You have very good projects in terms of training people how to have important skills, like they train masseuse, therapists, waiters, etc. But your help ends there. After they learn the skill, what happens to
Right.
them? Does anyone help them promote?
Yes.
Or gain customers or be introduced to the market? Do you do anything like that? And they said, oo nga no, parang kulang. So they got very interested in the program. So we're like filling a gap. So you still do provide them with the skills, and then we come in, we introduce to them the platform, register them online, and then we promise the whole Philippines will see them. So their market is not limited to the people that know them, di ba?
Right,
Normally it's just
right.
your kapitbahay.
Oh, hindi lang sa barangay.
Hindi lang
Right.
kapitbahay mo,
Right.
your relatives, and then you maybe social message to your friends, I have
Right.
these services, but that's very, very limited.
Right.
So we said this is a very good opportunity, and luckily they were very receptive to the idea. So we have delivered many talks already because they have livelihood programs, I think, every quarter.
Okay, so by the way, it's a good thing you said that. Well, for the people who are watching now, if you want to avail of the services of a Big Benta Corporation in your barangay, in your city, your town, whatever, i-search nyo lang, di ba? Big Benta.
Let us know, yes.
Anong website nyo
The
ba?
URL is www.bigbenta.com. There is a contact us link in the site, so you can just send us a message, whatever you want to say or request from us. We also have a chat service,
Right.
so you can talk to us, even our Facebook page. You
Ayan,
can
no?
send
So-
us a message.
So if you're looking at the screen right now, that's what you look for, bigbenta.com.
Correct.
Okay? So when you get into that, because we're talking about e-commerce, so wag na kayo mag-text, wag na kayo na kailangan nyo ng computer, or kailangan nyo at least ng smartphone. So search nyo lang bigbenta.com, and you're going to, what we're talking about now is if you want to invite them to talk to your barangay, ngayon kailangan meron na kayong project. They're not going to initiate a project for you.
Yes.
You must have a project, whether it's training, some kind of livelihood training, or you actually produced a handicraft or whatever it is they produce.
Yes.
Diba? And then Big Benta will come in and guide you on marketing your products, not only in your own parochial, small barangay, but nationwide, or at least simulan natin sa buong Metro Manila.
Yes.
Diba? Okay. Now, do you charge a fee for this?
Initially, no.
Okay.
While we're introducing ourselves to the market, our online store, normally the business model is we charge a subscription.
No, yung mga barangay. For instance, a barangay gets in touch
Not
with you
really,
and says, okay, we're in barangay in Makati or something, or Parañaque, and we're interested. Could you tell us more about e-commerce and talk to our people?
We can talk to them at no cost,
Okay,
actually.
so okay matakot, walang fee po ito, and you have everything to gain.
Yes.
But of course, I mean, it's up to you to, of course, you have to have a product or service to sell. Yan ang
Yes.
pinaka-basic.
Yes.
Okay? Now, so we got that over, ha? So ito pong effort na ito, e-commerce, is can also help not only the individual entrepreneurs, or mga SMEs or small medium enterprises, but also local government units. Diba?
Correct.
Even organizations, by the way. Civic clubs, diba? Mga Lions, Rotaries, Rotary clubs.
Yeah, I'm part of Rotary actually, and they have
Yeah.
livelihood programs.
There.
But I still have to talk about Big Benta to them. I have not done so.
Okay. So, now for instance, somebody's watching us right now who's selling a product, let's say, I don't know, selling a health product, a health supplement, or
Yes.
or clothes. Ngayon, what do? They go to bigbenta.com,
Yes.
and then walk us through what's
Okay.
going to happen.
Well, you have two options. One is to register online, but a lot of us, admittedly, are not very comfortable doing things online. So you can send us a message. I can send one of our, so long as you're in Metro Manila, I can send one of my sales managers to go visit you, do a product presentation, and then guide you through step-by-step process how to build your store. And if that is not enough, we also have a customer support service that's very helpful, who can help you set up the store initially. Because normally a store would have like 100 or 200 items, and if you have to upload each item, come up with a description one by one, it takes a lot of time. And we know entrepreneurs are all over the place, they're very busy. So we will help you set up your initial inventory, and then as you add items, maybe it's something that you can already do on your own.
Okay. Now, how long does this process take? Like, for instance, there's somebody watching right now and says, teka muna, I think I want to avail of this. This is a very good thing. So I'm selling a product or I'm selling a service. So this person goes to Big Benta, let's say on a Monday. Okay, on a Monday. Tapos they get in touch with you. How soon will you be able to guide this person through the same day, the following day, the same week?
The
Anong
same
timeline?
day.
The same day. Okay.
Yes. You know, I come from the hospitality industry, and I know how important servicing is. So I always emphasize to all the staff, make sure you're very helpful and do things with urgency. So if it's something that you can do for the customer now, do it now. Especially if it will help the business of the customer. So if you call us, and normally it will just take 10 minutes to guide you. And as I
Really? Oh.
mentioned, if you cannot really understand or do things on your own, then maybe in a day or two, a sales manager can see you personally.
In a day or two.
Yes.
So palagay
Depends
natin.
on your location.
Yeah, okay. Kunyari, Metro Manila, you
Yes.
know, let's say not too far away, you're Parañaque based.
Yes.
Okay, so let's say they get in touch with you on a Monday. So by Tuesday, Wednesday, at the latest by Thursday, somebody could
Yes.
physically be there and
Yes.
guide this person through?
My salespeople are very masipag
Great.
and very aggressive. Like this morning, one of my salespersons was so happy. He was able to get a contract from Valenzuela, Bulacan. That's
Okay.
very far from Parañaque.
Okay.
But they're willing to do that,
Okay.
really to make it easy for the customer.
Now, let's just say it's siguro mas madali kung if I'm selling a service. Like for instance, I'm a CPA and I want to do part-time accountancy
Or
for your company, bookkeeping.
yes.
So yun siguro madali, ano, you just put the service. But if you
Yes.
have an inventory, like for instance, I'm selling 8 kinds of beauty products and 10 kinds of health supplements. Are you going to help me set this up? I mean, do you have like a professional photographer or
We can ask a professional service for you, but that
That will cost.
entails a fee.
Okay.
But most of the time, we're so good in selfies.
Ah,
We're
okay.
so good in
Sa
taking
bagay.
pictures of our
Oh.
photos. We just recommend a white background and make sure that you take a very good photo frontal of the product.
we're
And
the-
normally they're able to handle it. It's
we're
never
the
really
self-
an issue.
We're the selfie capital of the world. Pero ganun lang nga. I mean, the things that will entail, okay, a product or a service, get in touch with Big Benta, and then you may be able to do everything online kung talagang simple lang yun. If you're just offering bookkeeping services
Yes.
or music, if gusto mo magturo ng guitar or piano, violin, okay, that should be quite simple. But
So long as you're 18 and above.
oh, by the way,
We're very
yun,
careful, yes.
requirement, 18 and above. So you have to be, hindi ka pwede, kailangan adult.
Yes.
Adult. Okay.
Because you will be dealing with customers.
Okay.
Yes.
Now you have, now they already have this product. So your salespeople will tell them exactly what is required of them. Sabihin sa inyo
Yes.
siguro, ano sasabihin nyo? Let's say I have 50 products. Kunan mo ng pictures yan, upload it.
Yes. Well, you have a choice whether you want to upload it on the site, which is very easy, or you can email, even Viber to us. Because our customer support does Viber a lot.
Okay.
So you can Viber to them the picture of the product and they can take care of it. We also have like a table that to make it easy for the merchant to fill it up. Like it says there already the product name, the description, total quantity, because we need things like the weight. For courier
Right, right.
computation.
Oh.
So there's a table that will guide you on what information is needed. We can give that to
Okay.
you also to make it easy.
So, napaka-simple, no? Because the way I see it now, the way I understand it now, first time I actually heard this, just like a lot of you out there, well, the most important thing is you have a product or a service that you think is sellable or has a market out there.
Yes.
Di ba? Hindi naman kailangan, even if it's a new product, you want to test it, pwede rin. Of course, I mean, you have to collaborate with Big Benta Corporation so they will also see, how viable your product is or how appropriate it is for marketing. Di ba?
Yes.
Ngayon, when we come back, we're going to be talking about, maybe we can discuss some success stories because you've been around for a couple of years already.
Just a year.
Just a year, hindi, pero I'm sure some of your clients or your growing number of clientele, the last time we talked, you said you have something like 150.
Yes, stores.
Okay, so I'm sure there are several of those who have hit the sort of what you might call big time, di ba? Or at least who can comfortably say, I'm giving up my day job, kumikita na ako dito sa online store ko. All right? So again, the most basic thing, you have to have a product or a service that you think is sellable. Is it too late yet sa Christmas, yung mga gusto magbenta ng mga fruitcake? Hindi naman.
No, never too
Whatever.
late. Even mga glazed ham, sweet
Right.
ham, pwede pa.
Wag lang yung mga perishable, ha? Di ba? I mean, okay, so the topic is e-commerce. This is Open House with Gerry Cornejo, and we have Miss Sharon Fong with us, the CEO of Big Benta Corporation. We'll come back to discuss more about e-commerce, Big Benta, and how you can get into it right after this. Stay tuned. And welcome back to Open House with Gerry Cornejo, where we feature people, places, and things that are in the news or who are in the news. And I'm very happy to do this program, especially when after the program we will leave you with something that could be life-changing in a positive way. And this is it. A lot of people out there are thinking about, you know, getting into their own businesses, quitting their day jobs, or marami dyan, fresh out of school, ang dami mga magagandang ideas, you know, but they need a physical space, they need an office, they need a store, they have to go to a mall, you know, to do this sort of thing, or they have to hire people. Now with e-commerce, it simplifies all that, and immediately you're opening your store, you're opening your product or services to millions of people. I mean, sa Metro Manila lang, we have 12 million, di ba? Okay, just a brief, and by the way, pwede rin nga pala itong classified, classified ang e-commerce, ang classified ads, you're selling, buying something, trading something, swapping something, pwede rin nyo pong gamitin ng e-commerce dito, no? So let's just run our last batch of pictures to give them an idea of products and services. Okay, so this would be, ayan, well, a figurine, si Kim Jong-un. Okay, let's just go through it quickly. Okay, a rabbit's foot, di ba? Some, ito, pagkain, pwedeng pagkain, di ba? Okay, some trinkets, ito, mga bicycle helmets, cars, pwede kayo magbenta or bumili. Ito, you can manufacture it yourself, toys. Toys, I suppose, should be a big item.
For Christmas, especially.
Okay, you're selling a house or you're renting your house, pwede, di ba?
Yes.
Pwede mo advertise your townhouse, you're advertising, you have a car, a motorcycle, you have sunglasses. So just to give you an idea, di ba, ang dami yan. Anything and everything, even the things we're not showing here, gadgets, all kinds of gadgets, new and old, by the way, pwede. There's a market for old. You want to travel all over the world, anywhere you want to go by air, you want to go by sea, you want to lounge on the beach, hey,
Wow,
there's
which
e-commerce.
reminds us, we need a vacation.
Di ba? So, ayan. That's what e-commerce can do. Ngayon, and again, aside from selling something online, because you have pwede rin to yung classifieds, no? Kamusta na yung classified ads? I mean, like, what kind of items do you have in your classifieds now or have had? Because pag nabenta na nila, siyempre, inaalis na, di ba?
Yeah, everything you can think of. Because as
Everything.
you mentioned, it can be brand new, it can be pre-loved. So people mostly sell, use classified ads for cars, house and lot, condominium. So you see a lot of those. But you also see a lot of like fashion items. I think, name it, and it's gonna be there.
Yeah, well, me, over the past, nagsimula na ako mag-e-commerce siguro 2 or 3 years. And I estimate in hundreds of thousands. I mean, both buying and selling. I mean, that's how much I've spent, that's how much I've earned, in the hundreds of thousands. And all of these services, all of this e-commerce service that I got into was free. In other words, all of these things that I earned because I sold something or I bought something and saved so much, lahat po ito, 99% of the time, libre. Unless, of course, we'll talk about that, unless you already have a product or a service and you're going to use the Big Benta Corporation as your e-commerce mall, di ba?
Correct.
Parang ang Alibaba, parang Amazon, and or sa classifieds, I'm sure everyone
Everybody
who's
knows
got
OLX.
Oh, merong OLX, that is sulit.com, you know, and then there's Lazada.
Lazada,
I
yes.
bought some
E-commerce.
phones, yeah. Okay, so these are just some of the things that you can do. Ngayon, let's talk about how much it's going to cost. Just a ballpark figure of how do you do it? Fixed fee ba yan? Whether I'm selling a multi-million peso item
Yes.
or whether I'm selling a trinket and I'm going to use the services of Big Benta. Anong,
Okay.
what is your norm? I mean, how do you go through it?
In terms of setting up your store, whether you're selling service or products, it's actually free. But the question is, so how does Big Benta make money? We
Okay.
mark up the item or the service that you want to post on
So
the site.
libre yan.
Yes.
All
So Big
right.
Benta only makes money when you make money. So if you sell an item and we have a markup, the markup is different depending on the product category. So that's how Big Benta makes money. If you have a service to offer, the same way. it's markup. It's only classified ads where we don't really make any money.
Okay, but from my experience, buying things online, laging mas mura. Bakit ganon? Like, sometimes it's 10, 20, kuminsan 30% off. You know, the retail price, like if I go to a store, I go to a mall, let's just say it costs 1,000 pesos. Pero pag bilhin mo online, 700 na lang. How does that happen also in your...
Yes.
How
A
does
lot
that-
of our
yes.
buyers, when they make comparisons, they say, you know, your items in Big Benta are cheaper. That's because if you are a merchant and you have a space in the mall, you know how much it costs. As you mentioned, Gerry, right? So the merchant pays for rental, they pay for utility, they pay for overhead. But if you have an online site,
Yeah, right.
then you don't have to pay for all those things.
Okay, and then so there is no fee. Like for instance,
No.
if I'm selling gadgets, if I'm selling my whatever travel services,
Yes.
so I go to you, I register with you, and then so walang fee to, may markup.
Markup lang.
Ah,
yes.
okay. So the discounts come when, nga naman, because the overhead will be much less, right? I mean, like the people selling in stores, the people selling in malls, lalo pa the bigger malls, hey, you know, it costs an arm and a leg. I mean, to come up with you're talking about a rent of 6 figures a month that they have to recover. And you're talking about a staff of 3, 4, 5, 6 people whom you have to pay salaries to.
Correct.
So all of these are gone. Kaya lahat ng mga savings, nagpupunta dun sa buyer, right? So it has practically all the advantages. Ano ngayon ang disadvantages? Because offhand now, I can't think of any disadvantage of going e-commerce, of selling online. What would be the disadvantage, if any? Wala akong maisip eh.
People still, well, some people still prefer to go to the mall because they like to feel the item.
Ah,
Like if they
okay.
want to buy clothes, they want to try it on.
Okay,
Right?
okay.
Because if we buy it on site, there's always the risk. Now, when it comes to you, it doesn't fit you, especially if it's apparel or shoes. So that's why some people are apprehensive and they like to visit a physical store
Okay.
instead.
Okay, that is for the buyer.
Yes.
As a seller, if I were the one selling online, what would be my disadvantage? Like, of course, ang main advantage ko, overhead.
Yes.
No rent, no salaries, no 9 to 5, no traveling. Ang daming advantages. If any, I can't think of any. But
I
is there?
cannot think of any.
Wala,
It's a
no?
very good question,
Yeah.
but really, there's
Wala,
really
no?
none. It's all for the seller and for the
Right.
entrepreneur to gain.
Right.
You know, Big Benta is here to serve the Filipino entrepreneur, especially the MSMEs. You said a while ago, small, medium enterprises. We also want to include the micro, the
Okay.
very small. We want to help them. So really, Big Benta or other online sites are here to make it easy for them to conduct their business and be profitable.
Okay. So, again, quickly walking you through this, you have to have a product or a service. You can be a one-man job.
Yes.
Pwede kang mag-isa lang, pwede kang dalawa kayo, partnership, pwede kayong corporation. You can be an LGU, you can be part of a barangay, you can
We
have
have students.
Oh,
We have
students.
students actually. Part of the things that we do is we conduct talks also in schools.
Ah,
Because
there
in
you
some
go.
schools, in colleges, they offer entrepreneurial courses.
Right.
So we were invited to several schools already. So we tell them what Big Benta is all about. So if they want to
Wonderful.
practice, I think it's the best way to practice before you really get out of school and become bigger.
Right.
And the response has been very good.
Well, me, I mean, I was in school. I was in high school when I started earning money selling T-shirts and making stationery.
Yeah, you
Di
need
ba?
to make money for your date, right?
Yeah, that or for whatever purpose. But anyway, tama yon because nowadays in schools, most schools, tinuturuan kayo ng skill so that you can get a job and you can work for the big guys.
Correct.
Now, entrepreneurial courses is very good because it teaches you how to be the boss, how to make money.
And do
Di
it
ba?
now.
And do
you
it
can
now.
already sell products now.
Right,
It can
right.
be the food that your mom can bake or
Right,
cook. You can
right.
sell that already.
Oh. Yung mga iba like simple services like within the neighborhood or di ba, ngayon merong I'll buy groceries for you.
Yes.
Di ba? I buy groceries for you. So many things. If there's anything at all that you think is marketable or can even delivery services, messenger
Correct.
services, anything, you can do it. And again, we're calling LGUs, we're calling on schools,
Yes.
we're talking on civic clubs with livelihood projects. We're calling on
All skilled workers.
skilled
Freelance
workers.
workers.
Right. Oo.
They can post their service on site so people can book them from all over the Philippines.
Ako, mga karpentero,
No,
tubero.
I was telling you
Oh.
the first time we spoke, right? It could be a mom who's so busy taking care of the family.
Right.
But of course, these moms have their special skills. It could be cooking, it can be
Right.
tutorial, whether it's piano or a subject. Then they can do still render or offer their services in their extra time. So
Okay.
they can do that through Big Benta Marketplace.
Okay, so again, you have to be online because after all, we're talking e-commerce, so we're not giving out any cell phone numbers. We're not giving out any physical addresses. Okay, use your smartphones, use your tablets, use your laptops or PCs, and look for Big Benta Corporation or
Yeah,
Big
Big
Benta.
Benta is one word.
BigBenta.com.
Correct.
Okay. Tapos yung Big Benta, lagay natin sa board, yung sa ilalim ng pangalan ni Miss Fong. Okay, there you go. If you're watching TV right now, Big Benta, idikit nyo lang ha.
Yes, one
Okay.
word.
Well, pero kung i-google nyo yan, lalabas din lahat yan.
Yes, Big
Lalabas.
Benta Marketplace.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to emphasize the difference of Big Benta. Big Benta is not your regular e-commerce site because it is a marketplace. As I mentioned, there's classified ads, there's online store, and more importantly and uniquely, it has services.
And it's free.
There is nothing like it in the Philippines
Talaga?
currently, and we're very proud to say
Oo.
that it is developed by Filipinos. It is not a platform that we bought abroad.
Right.
It is developed by our fellow Filipinos who are
Right.
very talented in programming, and because of that, it makes it easy for us to make improvements in the site. So whatever you see now, that's at the end of it. Big Benta is just gonna get better and better.
Okay, so with that, any parting words? I mean, you have the people of the Philippines watching now, and we're going to give you a minute to wrap up, to condense the whole thing. So go ahead.
Okay. I always believe that Filipinos at heart are entrepreneurs. They want to make money on the side. So this is the essence of Big Benta. And Big Benta is here really to help the Filipino entrepreneur prosper. We want to help the small guys make it bigger. So if you need any help on online, whether you have a product or a service, please get in touch with us. Just access www.bigbenta.com. And on the other end of the line is someone who would be willing to help you.
Okay, so with that, thank you very much, Ms. Sharon Fong. Thank you very much, Big Benta. And again, all you need is a product or service. Okay, dapat existing ha, hindi yung sa imagination mo lang ha. Dapat existing and something marketable. And start now. Whether you're alone, you want to get rid of your day job, you're a student about to graduate, you can't find a job, or you're not happy with your job and you'd really like to do something, whatever it is you love to do it, and you will make money and you will be happy for sure. Di ba?
Yes.
Kaya yun po ang programa natin for today. It's all about e-commerce. And all you have to do to start this, a product, a service, and of course you have to have a smartphone, a tablet, a laptop, or a PC.
Internet connection.
Internet connection, of course. And it's a green and go. So with that, thank you very much, Ms. Sharon Fong. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Gerry, for having me in the program.
Thank you, Big Benta. And until our next program, I'm Gerry Cornejo. And I really think that it is going to be helping a lot of people watching right now. Good luck to you. Just do it. Take that first step and do it. All right? Until then, I love you. God bless you.